One day, I was working on my confusing calculus homework, and I fell asleep. And I dreamt to myself, how could someone think to create this torturous mechanism? I think I remember Mr. Roy saying something about pirates coming up with calculus while out at sea. So that's where my dream began. Pirate G was walking the plank. Wait, that's not right. That must have been what Anna and I were talking about during class. It must have started in ancient Greece. In 225 BC, Archimedes used a method of exhaustion to find the area of a circle, which is an early example of integration. But who honestly knows what that is?
Whoa, the dream's getting funky.
In England, in 1642, Isaac Newton was born. Newton turned out to be a suspicious, neurotic, and tortured due to his trying childhood. No wonder calculus is so horrible. Anyways, Newton went to Trinity College. While he was there, he had a strange encounter with an apple. This is where he began to discover gravity. He then wrote one of the greatest scientific books ever written, Principles of Mathematics. Personally, I've never read it. He also wrote Optics in 1704. If it weren't for his creation of calculus, I'd think he'd be a pretty cool dude. I mean, he has his own laws, for goodness sake. The first law is an object in motion will stay in motion unless another force acts upon it. The second law is force equals mass times acceleration. Newton's last law is every action has an equal but opposite reaction. Then my dream train finally got on track, from science to calculus. In 1666, Newton began discovering what we know as calculus, but he first called it fluxions. What a nerd! Now, back in 1646, Gottfried Leibniz was born. Gottfried's dad died at a young age and left him his treasured books. Not quite the inheritance I would want. By the time Gottfried was 10 years old, he could speak 3 languages: French, Latin, and German. By the time he was 20 years old, he had his doctorate. Big brains. Years later, he created a calculating machine that can not only add and subtract, but also multiply, divide, and extract roots. I have no idea what any of that means. By 1674, Gottfried had come up with calculus and a notation in which he could explain it. He published his findings in 1684.
Warning! The stunts you are about to witness were done by trained professionals. Do not try these at home.
Both of these mathematicians said they created calculus. Leibniz published his work in a paper in 1684, and Newton published his work as a minor annotation in the back of his publications in 1666. Leibniz was then accused of plagiarizing Newton's ideas. The feud began peacefully in 1696, where neither of them acknowledged each other's work. A committee investigated, and everyone believed that Newton created calculus, and Leibniz was discredited from math.
Guys, my dreams took over there. That was historically inaccurate. Leibniz actually died a lonely, pathetic loser. Emma, it's time to eat.
I hope I never have a nightmare like that again. Oh wait, I still have all this calculus homework.
Brought to you by Ace Productions.